You're listening to the Business and Life Conversations podcast with Angela Henderson, episode 226. Hey there, you're listening to the Business and Life Conversations podcast. My name is Angela Henderson, and on this show, we talk about improving your business, life, or both by having amazing and rich conversations with brilliant guests who will inspire you and who will give you tips and tricks to help you grow both in life and in business. Well, hey there, you amazing human, and welcome back to another awesome episode of the Business and Life Conversations podcast. I'm your host, Ange, from Angela Henderson Consulting, where I'm an international award-winning business consultant and coach who's helped thousands of amazing women business owners to get all the pieces in place to have consistent 4- and 5-figure months and on to 6- and 7+ figure years without burning out in the process. Today, we are going to be chatting about, are you living a rich life? And by chatting, I mean just you and I, as today is a solo episode. I read a post the other day about the word rich, and it really got me thinking about a few things. How do people define rich? Why is our society so obsessed about being rich? What makes a rich person different to someone who isn't rich? Are rich people actually, happy? And a million other questions have been running through my head, and thus why I created this podcast. I feel we need to start having conversations about rich, but not from a place that you might be thinking, a place a little bit deeper. Let me explain. I started off after having all these questions and contemplating things by going back to the good old dictionary. No, I didn't go and pull a dictionary off my shelf. I went and Googled it, but what I found was this. What does it actually mean when they're defining the word rich? And the first definition I saw was having a great deal of money or assets, wealthy. And the second definition that I found was having abundant possessions and especially material wealth. And I was like, what the actual fuck? What if the world has gotten this wrong? Yes, I'm pausing because I'm still in this absolute form of shock, is that we are defining it by having a great deal of money or assets, or by an abundance of possessions and especially material wealth. Again, what the fuck? Why do we have to define our richness by material things only? I feel this is where, as humans, we've disconnected from things that matter the most and are chasing something else. But furthermore, I have seen firsthand as a business consultant to women around the world the pressures that women are putting on themselves to chase these, 7, 8, 9-figure businesses. But in fact, they don't actually want it. They want simple. They want something different. But they don't know, or I should say didn't know before they came to me, that they could have something different because everywhere on the internet is saying 7 figures, 8 figures, and they're falling into this trap about what the dictionary is saying and defining richness by numbers. And thus why we are here right now having this conversation, because I want you to think about, are you living a rich life? But before I get into that any further, I just want to make it very, very clear. This is just my opinion. I'm wanting to show you things from a fresh and a different lens. There's no wrong or right way because living your rich life is defined by you. So if materialistic things are important to you, rock it. And as I said before, I just want to give some food for thought. So what is a rich life? To me, a rich life is your ideal life, one where you look at your personal relationships, your finances, your day-to-day life, and just think, wow. But in addition to this, you feel rich. So you're not just going, wow, like you physically feel happy. You physically feel rich. You physically want more. You see, I don't care about looking rich. I care about feeling rich in all areas of my life. And that to me is what a rich life is. Your rich life might look like picking up your kids from school every day, planning a family holiday and creating memories, going on date night with your partner, taking your dog for a walk in the sunshine, not working on Thursdays and Fridays. You see, again, I don't care about looking rich. I care about feeling rich in all areas of my life. This richness for me comes in the form of freedom also. It comes in the form of flexibility, freedom and flexibility to do what I want every day, to create luscious memories, to go on holidays, to be in the moment. This is, again, how my rich life looks. But the beauty about creating a rich life is this. Your rich life is yours, not your parents, not your friends, not even mine, yours. The women that I work with also want rich lives. In our sessions, we map out, what does this look like? Women and myself, we want lives filled with love, lives filled with laughter, lives filled with fulfillment, lives filled of excitement, a life that is full, a life lived intentionally, proactively, and abundantly. And I hope you're seeing and you can hear in my voice that a rich life isn't all about money, but money is rather a tool for designing and enhancing and enjoying the life that you want. I remember a quote from Coco Chanel where she talked about there are people with money and there are people who are rich. Let me repeat that. There are people with money and there are people who are rich. I personally know plenty of rich people who are still miserable and plenty of people who live on much, much, much less than those quote unquote rich people, but have a much richer life. As you know, if you've been listening to my podcast for a while or following me for the last few years, I'm here to support women to become quote unquote rich, as in dollars, to make more money, yes, to have more wealth. But I'm here to redefine how we use the word rich, how we use the word wealth, because I feel this is stopping us, stopping women in business from actually living the rich life that we want. So I want you to think about, are you living your rich life in all areas of your life? Are you prioritizing living your bucket list life every single day? And I want you to think about, because sometimes we'll try and look at the big picture, I want you to think at one thing. If there's one thing that could help you right now with living your rich life, what would that be? Richness. Not defined by materialistic goods, but rather defined by that, that awesomeness, if I could say, right? That wow factor and that feeling of richness. So when you lay your head on your pillow at the end of the day and you're going through your daily, levels of gratitude, you feel it. Your heart feels it. Your soul feels it. When you're, around people, they feel it. Are you truly living a rich life right now? And if not, what do you have to do to change that? But before we sign off today, if you haven't already, make sure to head to my website, angelahenderson.com.au, and grab your ticket to my 2-day live online event, the Women in Business Conference, Accelerating Your Business for 2023, that is happening November 3rd and November 4th. There should be no excuses for you not to join me and the other 12 industry leading speakers, because this event is pay what you can. That's right, pay what you can to attend my 2-day live online event, November 3rd and November 4th. And yes, there will be replays if you can't attend every single session. This event is truly the only event you need to attend to get ready for 2023. Head to angelahenderson.com.au to secure your ticket to living a rich life. Have a wonderful day, my friend. This is Ange from Brisbane, Australia. Thanks for listening to the Business and Life Conversations podcast with Angela Henderson. www.angelahenderson.com.au